Rise and shine, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Truth Factory. Today we're going to be talking about a video that is going absolutely viral. It's about a brother who finds out his wife has been cheating on him. Goes live, he's going to give her an opportunity to explain the truth, but she doesn't. She ends up blaming him for it. I've got Thomas Russell here with me today. The video is going absolutely viral. I'm sure it's changed his life. First of all, thank you for coming on to the show.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you.
My pleasure, my pleasure. All right, so one of the first things I noticed in the comments of these videos, I mean, it's everywhere. It's on every social media site that I've seen so far. I'm sure you didn't think about that before you loaded that video up.
No, I wasn't thinking that it would get this much attention, but it was more so. I mean, aside from having that video for my lawyers, it was more so trying to show to other men out there that, we go through this, and I just want people to understand this isn't easy.
Absolutely. Okay. So you're thinking about being a voice to all the other people out there who may be experiencing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Have you saw any impact, like in your family or community, maybe friends you went to school with? Have you gotten people reached out to you about the video?
Mostly family. They're really shocked at what happened, and I'm still trying to process everything. It's not easy, going viral on the internet for something negative that happens in your family. Like it's my wife. It's like that's insane.
I understand. It's a video that'll be up forever, right? You'll always have to see that. She'll always have to see it. And the people who, your close friends and into your relationship, they'll always see that. I think in the moment, emotionally, we're looking for that refuge, right? But we don't think about the impact that may come from that video, how people will see that.
Yeah.
People may say that you were doing her wrong by posting that video. Do you feel that way?
I mean, if I'm being honest, she kind of brought it on herself. Because I've done everything right. I've tried being there for her as a good husband. I work 5-6 days a week. I'm putting a roof over her head. I'm providing food. I'm providing, love, nourishment. I'm doing everything that a good husband is supposed to be doing, and she just went around and just messed around with me, man. I'm telling you, like anything that she's complaining about is everything that she deserves at this point.
Wow. Well, okay, let's do this. Let's go back in your relationship, okay? Can you tell me about how you met?
I remember when we first got together, like she was with this other guy, but I just showed up and she happened to, be impressed by my little charms, my little, like I was really smooth and everything like that. And, she was captivated by what I had to bring to the table. Mm-hmm. And so we started dating, and we were dating for 2 years, and eventually, I asked her to marry me, and she said yes, and we were married. We've been married for 5 years up until, recently.
Okay. So up until the affair, I want you to tell me how things were during the marriage. I get how you guys were during the dating process. You guys were experiencing each other, having joyous moments, taking her out. But the marriage itself, how was that? How did you guys interact during the marriage?
For the most part, it was good up until that last portion of it. Like, she was tending to me hand and foot. She was basically, preparing my meals, making sure that I was good, and just overall just helping me with maintaining the household. Like she was doing her wifely duties.
Okay. Okay, so she's doing everything right? You guys are getting along.
Yeah.
What makes you go through her phone? What makes you think, man, she could be having an affair?
So for me, I noticed that the things that she used to do, she wasn't doing anymore. And I kept thinking, like, there's got to be something that's up, Because normally, she has dinner ready, and she she sends I love yous, and she's basically there, you know. Like it's almost like clockwork. Like she's about it as far as marriage is concerned. Like she's just on it, like 120%. And so when I noticed that she wasn't really doing those things again, I was like, wait a minute, something's up. You know, so I decided to check her phone. That's when I started seeing the messages.
So you noticed that she kind of fell off of doing the things that she would do for you.
Yeah.
You didn't see any red flag like, you know, she lied about where she was, or she's somewhere extra long, or, you know, longer she should have been, anything like that?
Yeah, well, eventually, yeah. That's how it eventually ended up. Okay. But for the most part, yeah, it was like regular, like clockwork, and then all of a sudden, boom, just started changing up out of nowhere.
Now, I'll tell you, I've dealt with a lot of cases where men and women are cheated on, right? And they often think that they are doing everything right, and they notice when their partner slips up, but they don't often see where they slipped up, right? Were there moments in your relationship where she told you she needed more from you, that she expressed concerns for anything you may have stopped giving in the same way that you may have noticed her?
Well, I mean, maybe she may have mentioned it a couple of times, but you know, like I run a really tight shift, right? Like when I was working with he who must not be named. I'm not going to mention his name.
Okay.
Because I don't want to. But I used to work anywhere between 80 to 90 hours a week just to make sure that everything was solid. You know, like we were planning for, like, to have kids. You know, making sure we were putting them through college. I was taking care of everything myself. Mm. You know, like I'm not trying to put her down or anything. I'm just saying that I was definitely running the household how it was supposed to be run. And I don't know how, like, to me, it doesn't make any sense how she would just not see that and then just completely betray me. Like, I don't get it. Okay. I don't get it at all. I don't know.
You know, I think about your relationship when you first met her, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, we've talked before you came up here to the show, but you would talk to me about how, you know, her situation when you first met her, that she was already in a relationship.
Yeah.
Of course, now you're going through a situation where she dealt with somebody while she was in a relationship with you. Did you see that coming, you know, years ago when you first met her? How was her relationship with him? Did she go into the relationship with you complaining about him? I want to see if there's a pattern.
No, I mean, when we first met, yeah, she was in a relationship. Yeah, she was already seeing somebody else. But like I said, I'm not gonna try to make myself seem like I'm a beast or anything. But I was just really, really good at like making her feel good, you know. And the other guy he just wasn't there. And so I just showed her, like, hey, you know, if he's not going to be there, I can be there for you. And so that's what I did. And like she couldn't resist the charms, man. Like I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like she definitely fell for me, and I'll just say this.
All right.
It all worked out until it didn't. That's all I'm gonna say.
So take me back to the day that you saw that phone sitting there, right? And you're telling yourself, something's probably going on, right? Tiana hasn't been doing things like she normally would do. So now you're ready to go through this phone. You go through the phone, you see it's Rick. How you feeling?
Man, don't even mention Rick. Don't even mention that name to me right now. I feel so disrespected. Like, that's your homeboy, man. That's somebody that I've known since college. Like,
true.
Yo, like that was my go-to guy on every project, yo. That's how I made my money. And you gonna sit here and you gonna look me in my face, smile in my face, and think like, oh, everything is all cool and shit. And then you just gonna go behind my back and start messing with my fucking wife, man. Like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
Like Rick, if you watching this, go suck a dick, man.
Oh wow. Look, man, I know your feelings are very genuine, and I can actually appreciate your honesty too. And I know you don't want to talk about Rick, but I just want to get your side of the story. So just tell me about Rick and how you guys met. All right, you seem to have a lot of emotion towards him right now, so y'all must have been really close.
Yeah, we were close. Like I said, we went to college. Like, he was the best man at my wedding.
Wow. The best man at your wedding?
Like, everything that I've built, like you saw the video where I was in that house, that house, he basically helped me build it.
Wow.
The money that's supplying the lights for that house, that came from us. So you know how pissed I am at him right now.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't even want to think about him right now.
I understand. I can understand how you feel. Have you talked with Rick since this ordeal?
Yo, why would you ask me that?
Well, you guys do have a business together.
No, I just told you I don't even want to think about that guy. Why would you think about that? What would possess you to ask that kind of question?
Gotta ask. You guys, I'm sure the people want to know.
I mean, no, man. Ever since that happened, I've never been in contact with them since.
Okay.
Like, I cut all ties. Anything that had his name attached to it, I cut off. Anything that remotely was reminding me of our friendship is gone. I don't want anything to do with them now.
Right. And that's why I asked, because if you guys have built a business of that quality, right, to the point to where it's taking care of your lifestyle, right, you would sever a business like that, of that magnitude.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that this must have meant a lot to you for you to. Did you lose a lot of money dissolving your business, or?
I'm not worried about the money. It's the principle, right? You don't mess around with somebody else's wife. Mm-hmm. I told you.
Okay.
Like, I was married for 5 years. My main goal was to have kids, raise them, put them through college, and basically see them become the best version of themselves. Now what do I got now? Everything is a wreck. I can't trust him. I can't trust him to run my business now. I can't trust him with anything.
Right. Well, listen, I'm sorry to hear that you had to go through, such a trying time with your friend, losing a friend, a business partner, and a wife during this. So I definitely want to appreciate you for being willing to come up here and share those feelings with the world. I mean, it's everywhere. So yeah. It takes a lot of courage to get up here and expose yourself in front after being cheated on like that, treated like that.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome, I guess, man. I just want other men out there, other people out there, just to, they going through the similar thing, just make sure you have a backup plan, like, just make sure you know who's in your circle, you know what your wife is up to, you know who you're marrying, you know exactly what you're dealing with before you decide to go ahead and deal with it, because, like, it hurts. Like, this shit hurts.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to ask you this before I move on to this next point, but, you met Tiana very similarly to how Rick met Tiana, already in a relationship, right? You saw this guy as being unworthy, as being trash, right? And this is why you didn't mind moving in on Tiana, right? You didn't see him as worthy.
He wasn't ambitious. Like,
right.
That's all it was. Like, he just didn't have the ambitions to provide for a family. That's all it was. He didn't have the ambitions to provide for his girl. He wasn't going out there. He wasn't trying to do anything, for her. And all I said was, bet, like, just you're not acting like a man. So stop. Just stop trying. And all I did was I just told her, like, yo, you can't have that. You're not gonna be able to live with yourself if you don't have that. I showed her that, and how she shows that appreciation, like, she fucks around on me. Like, I don't understand. Like, it don't make no sense to me, bro.
Hey, look, the way I see it is where my grandmother used to always say it is, when karma comes to collect, it's collecting with interest, right? So what happens to you in karma is often far worse than what you brought on somebody else, right? So when I look at this situation, just hearing you speak about it, no offense, but you met her when she was in a relationship. You didn't have much conscience to it. You didn't feel bad for what you were doing whenever you moved in on her.
Look, if it's karma, I hope Rick gets it. That's all I'm going to say.
Right. Well, I guess I'm saying, what if Rick looks at your relationship, and somehow deems you unworthy, and that's why he could have the lack of conscience to move in on you. I know he's a friend, but karma
No,
comes back
no,
with
he's not.
interest.
He's not a friend. Stop it. He's not a friend.
So you don't think he was ever your
No,
friend?
no, he was never my friend. He was just some snake that just decided to sneak in and plant his empire around me. That's what he did.
Gotcha.
Fucking snake. That's what he is.
All right, now look, I know you're already upset about the separation, how you found out, of course, dealing with Rick. But there's a part in that video where you said something to her about a message that you read. Many people are saying they would have handled it a lot worse than you, when you pretty much just read it off, and that was that she felt sore. How does that feel as a man, knowing that someone can make your wife feel sore? Shit, you leaving? Is he leaving? Is he? Rick? Welcome back, guys. Listen, as you can see, things got a little emotional, but we're back now. I think we're gonna, let's watch the video. Let's take a breather, okay? Let's go back and watch this video that you posted, just so we can bring yourself back into how you felt, bring the audience back into, that moment. All right, so if you don't mind, let's watch this video.
All right, guys. So this is with my lawyers. We've been together for 5 years, and I found out that she's been cheating for the last 7 months. And so now, what I want to do is I want to confront her and ask her if she's been cheating with me. I want her to be upfront with me. If she's not, marriage is over. That's it. I'm done. All right. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
You okay? Hey, so I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What?
The camera on for?
Oh, don't worry about it. I was just just doing something.
Oh, like the TikTok or something?
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, where were you 4 weeks ago?
4 weeks ago, when? That's like a vague
You know,
question.
when you went on that, you said you were going to that place, that spot, that little food spot with Raven.
Oh, yeah. The White Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Raven. And then we went shopping.
Were you really there?
Yeah. Told you that.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
What about 3 weeks ago with Sarah?
3 weeks ago. Oh, when we went swimming?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was with her too. Why are you acting like that though?
Okay.
I told you this.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of TikTok video this is.
Yeah. So 2 weeks ago, you were going to that spot out a couple miles out with Brianna, right?
2 weeks. Okay, so we went from 4 weeks to 3 weeks. So 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, yeah, we went to the spa. That Asian spa I was telling you about that I wanted to go to. It's like that 24-hour one.
That's enough.
What?
Why don't you just tell me who you're seeing?
I'm not seeing anyone. Why are you asking? That's a stupid question.
Who's Rick?
It's your brother.
I don't have a brother named Rick.
Or your cousin or whatever.
It's not my cousin.
Why are you asking these questions? These are weird questions.
Because you are cheating on me, and I was trying to see if you would come forward and tell me like a natural person. Okay, so those messages in your phone where you were saying, "Oh, I love you. Oh, this is the best I've ever had. Oh man, I feel sore."
Why are you going through my phone? Why would you be going through my phone? First of all, like that, like
don't change the subject matter. Don't change the subject matter. What you trying to do?
You acting insecure.
Oh yeah.
Why are you going through my phone? There's no reason to do that.
Well, listen.
When you go through people's stuff, you find stuff you don't want to see.
Oh, so now you're gonna blame me for this then?
I'm just saying you didn't need to go through my phone. Like, why are you going through my phone? And why are you stop recording?
I don't have to stop recording.
Oh my gosh, you acting extra. Always been insecure.
You know what? We're done.
Done with what?
Like, this marriage is over.
What are you talking about?
This is from my lawyers.
Why are you really?
Yeah, just
you gotta be petty like that. Why are you recording?
so you're gonna gaslight me because you want to step on the marriage. 5 years in this marriage, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you wanna go fucking cheat.
I mean, you're always working all the time anyway, so.
Oh, so it's my fault.
I wasn't cheating.
Oh, so you just slipped and fell onto his dick then, huh?
I didn't fall onto anything. What are you talking about? There's nothing that you saw. And like I said, you shouldn't be going through people's phone. Like, that's my privacy.
You know what?
That's my privacy. You paying for
Get out.
You know what?
Look at you. Where's the ring? Where's the $5,000?
We're in the house. Where's the ring in the house?
Where's the $5,000 ring? Where's the $6,000?
Like, stop.
You know what?
Extra.
Just for my lawyers. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but you got the evidence here. I'm done.
So after watching that video, right? One thing I noticed about how she's being with you was very cold, right? You're asking her about the infidelities and she's just being very cold. Have you ever seen her behave that way towards you? You mentioned that she was very loving and affectionate and likely wanted more of that from you. But I see that video. The first thing I saw was that she was cold. If you saw my review on it, I said she didn't love the man.
Yeah. She was really cold, and basically she just stopped being who I remember her to be.
Okay. So, like, as a man, right? You go to your wife. You explain to her that she hurt you, right? Or I think anybody though. You explain to someone that they did something to you. You expect them to care enough about you to care what they did to you, right? She didn't express those type of feelings. Can you tell the people what that felt like? Telling your wife that she's cheated on you, that she's destroyed your marriage, and she seems to not care.
I mean, she's not attending to my needs. Like if I'm there for you, why not be there for me? Like, I don't know why she's acting like this, but.
Well, let me ask you this. You're divorcing her, correct?
Yeah, it's already in the plans. It's already.
Okay, so her relationship with Rick, is that dissolved, or is she still going to continue to see him, or do you know?
As I said, I have no contact with Rick. I have no contact with her. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening with them. I don't care what's happening with them. It's beyond me.
Okay. Well, I took the liberty of writing some things down I feel like can help you going forward. Okay, I want to share them with you, and it's about maybe I think four or five things here. Okay, and after I read each one of them, I just want to see what you think of it.
Yeah.
Even right now, asking you certain questions. Even at one point, I mean, you walked off, right? One of the things I have here for you is you have to allow yourself to process your emotions fully. Okay, it's okay to grieve the loss of a relationship and the betrayal that you've experienced, but don't be too hard on yourself for having ups and downs in this process. I'm saying that because I know that this could take a toll on you. Seeing the things that she said could hurt a man's ego, his pride, cause him to feel insecurity moving forward. And, you know, I just want you to know that's not your fault. Is this something you've considered?
Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, you know what I mean, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have consider getting counseling to help you deal with the emotions of what it's like to be cheated on. I don't want to see you move forward with a lack of trust in women, or even behaving differently in a relationship. You know, because you may think that she won't give all.
Yeah.
You know, don't. They say hurt people, right? And I want to make sure that you're able to come out of this divorce and heal yourself so you can.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
I understand that. You know.
Okay. My next thing is seek support from loved ones, or consider professional counseling, as I was just discussing with you. Taking someone that you can trust with you to that therapist will be immensely helpful in navigating through the emotional turmoil and finding ways to move forward. So I don't know if you have a close friend. You might not trust friends very much right now, but if you have somebody that you can, you know, bring with you to help you deal with this emotional turmoil. I couldn't imagine going through it. So as a man, you can't just think that you can handle it all on your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's, I don't know, I'll figure something out.
I always say you may not even be aware of the trauma that's brought upon you. You just recently found out. I'm sure you're still working through it. My third thing was, focus on self-care, self-improvement. Take time to nurture yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. Okay, I don't know if you have a workout regimen, if there's other goals and dreams that you're working on in life. I know you just dissolved one business, but engage in activities that'll bring you joy and fulfillment, and explore new interests that can help you grow as an individual. Is there anything you can do to maybe take your mind off of the situation, so you don't harbor so much anger, or do something that you could throw your life away for, lose your freedom over? Every time I mention his name, you get very angry. I don't want to see you do something to,
What's the fourth?
All right, moving on. All right, so my last thing was be patient with yourself during this healing process. Rebuilding after such experiences, it does take time. It may be a while before you're able to really talk about this and deal with the emotional aspect of it, but it will be ups and downs along the way. Remember, it's okay to take small steps and celebrate each milestone in that process, all right? Each milestone of progress.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys, you and Tiana have certain ties that's gonna be difficult for you to break, like children. Do you have children yet? Do you have?
No. We were. That was the plan. Like everything that we were building, that I was building, was for that, and it's gone. So
Okay.
it's whatever.
And no, last question. Okay, so you mentioned on that video that she doesn't answer me. She doesn't tell me come clean the first time, I'm going to get a divorce, right? So you did give that video to your lawyers.
Yeah, it's in their hands, and I'm expecting to hear back from them soon.
Okay, so as of right now, as far as the legalities are concerned, you don't have anything to reveal to us about how that may possibly go. We see a lot of times men often have to pay out alimony.
Yeah.
Have you considered things like that as well? Because I don't know if you heard the adage, it's cheaper to keep her. Some men have went through this exact same thing and stayed with her because of the losses they can incur.
As far as I know, everything is being taken care of, so I'm not too worried about that.
Okay. Respect. Well, listen, man, I definitely appreciate you for your time. I know this was difficult. I know it's been a difficult week for you. I don't know exactly how long it's been since from the time frame of you posting the video to the actual time that it happened. You mind me asking you?
A couple of weeks, yeah.
Just a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
So I know it's been a rough couple of weeks for you, man. I know this isn't any easier, so I do want to say I greatly appreciate you coming here and talking with us. Hey,
Yeah.
You loaded that first video because you wanted to be a voice to many men. I believe that you can possibly do that now, even with this video right here. So while you went through something, I do think that this experience is going to help a lot of people.
Appreciate that. Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Thank you for interviewing with me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome.
Listen, guys, that is it. I've interviewed Thomas Russell. He is broken down to the thing, the ins and outs of the relationship. Man, listen, stay tuned. Just stay tuned, family. See you soon.